Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan Cudgel. Now, you've probably heard about the recent lawsuit between Epic Games, the creator of Fortnite, and Apple. Basically, Epic Games was tired of having to pay 30% of all its microtransaction sales on iOS to Apple. Every time someone in the Fortnite app bought a character or whatever, I don't play Fortnite. Every time someone bought something Fortnite, 30% of it went to Apple. Epic didn't like this. There's whole chaos that ensued, and now there's a legal battle. Apparently, Epic Games won, kind of. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about banana nudity. You see, as a little legal footnote within the case, it has now been decided that bananas can appear naked in video games. Fortnite Banana can appear in court naked, says judge in Epic versus Apple legal footnote. Legal questions still remain over whether this judgment applies to all bananas or just that one. U.S. District Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers late last week handed down a judgment in the Epic Games versus Apple antitrust trial, which is likely to have significant consequences for developers and the corporations that control the ecosystems in which they operate. However, it has also included a footnote which unexpectedly set legal precedent in another unlikely area: whether bananas are legally bound to wear clothes in court. This odd ruling seems to have come as the judge's contribution to a sort of running joke during the trial, which started when an Apple lawyer showed a well-known Fortnite character called Peely during its description of the game, with Apple's treatment of Fortnite and its app store being the central point of contention in the case. Peely is an anthropomorphic banana who is normally depicted in his natural state, namely unclothed. But in its presentation to the court, Apple's legal team depicted Peely in his alternative Agent Peely guide, in which Peely is depicted wearing things are not going good this video. In which Peely is depicted wearing a suit in the style of James Bond. Apple's counsel noted that this choice of formal attire was because we thought it better to go with the suit than the naked banana, since we are in federal court this morning. This rare lighthearted moment was later referred to again when a member of Epic's legal team asked the company's vice president of marketing if there might have been an implication that to show Peely without a suit would have been inappropriate. Do you recall that? Is there anything inappropriate about Peely without a suit? It's just a banana man, Wessinger responded. Having heard all the arguments in this case, namely that of banana nudity, Judge Rogers returned a verdict that supports Epic's more relaxed approach to banana nudity, even if it didn't give them everything they wanted elsewhere. In a footnote on page 9 of the injunction, she specifically rules on the matter of Peely's court attire. With respect to the appropriateness of Peely's dress, the court understood Apple merely to be dressing Peely in a tuxedo for federal court as to reflect the general solemnity of federal court proceeding. As Mr. Weisinger later remarked, and with which the court agrees, Peely is just a banana man. Additional attire was not necessary, but informative. Now, I've never done a video on an article from this website before, The Register. Never even heard of them before this, but whoever wrote this, I think I like them. Because they could just end the article there. It's already written pretty wittily. Normally with these articles, they're kind of dry. I gotta add in comments and things to make them more interesting when I read them. But this was, I barely had to add anything here other than some very poor pronunciation on my part. Solemnity Peely. But this article continues on to take this to the legal extreme. Since the ruling clearly applies to bananas, does it just apply to Peely, or can the principle be extended to all nanners? Weisinger referred to Peely as just a banana man, and Judge Rogers noted that the court specifically agreed with this perspective. And does this ruling only apply to bananas, or does the approval of banana nudity also apply to oranges, lemons, limes, cherries, and especially, importantly, given the litigants in this case, apples? Is this a ruling which frees fruit in general from the burden of donning clothes to appear in court? What insanity. These questions will doubtless be answered in future installments of the trial, which Epic will be resuming shortly when it appeals the decision. I see what he did there. Appeals? That's a good pun. Don't think he meant to do that, but that was a good pun. Matt... What is with these words today? Matt Doopy? How do you... Doopy? Matt Doopy, you wrote a good article. Thank you. You did my job for me. But hopefully we'll learn more about Peely and Epic Games' banana nudity in the upcoming appealment of this trial. Yes, I just reused that pun Matt Doopy used. This was a fun little story. It reminds me of a video I did a while back on money laundering using V-Bucks in Fortnite. So now we've gone from money laundering to talking about, in federal court, banana nudity. Life is good.
Hope that helped a little bit. Life is good.
Anyways, though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was a little lazy today, I'm gonna be honest. It was mainly just me reading DePoy? I think that's it. Matt DePoy. Is that Italian? Matt DePoy's. It was mainly just me reading Matt DePoy's article today, because Matt DePoy wrote a pretty good article here, and frankly, I didn't need to add much to it. DePoy. Doopy? DePoy. Dupoi. Duapoi. I don't know, man. Matt, you wrote a good article, though. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and, yeah. Bye.